Oi. All right. We are now on our fifth podcast for All Yanni's Love. And I am excited that I've gotten this far consecutively. That's the word. And I'm here to introduce one of my most dearest and longtime friends, Amy Hatfield.
I am probably, though, thank you. I am probably one of your oldest friends, though, in both senses of the word.
I mean, age is but a number.
I've known you since you were in elementary school.
Isn't it been fun?
Yes.
Yes. Would you like to share how we became friends in the first place?
I could tell them the
I
story
mean, I
of
could
my very
introduce her
first
because I don't
memory
mind
of you.
introducing her. Okay, go ahead.
So, were you 9 or 10 or 11?
I was 11.
Sophia was okay.
I was 11.
So, you and your sisters went to the same school that my daughters went to, and both of my daughters have been telling me about Casey. And finally, one day when I came to pick them up, first of all, I saw Nina.
Mm-hmm.
And precious little thing, but okay. So I saw you standing with my daughters, and I knew exactly who they had been talking about. And so in my mind's eye, because we're so close, I can always see you as that little girl wearing a plaid skirt and your little white Christian school shirt and your little knees hanging out, and just you were standing at the little bench of the stairs. You were so precious.
Aww.
That's how I see you all the time, though. I know you're a woman, a grown ass woman, but sometimes, a lot of times when I'm looking at you, I literally still see, not like you're a child, but I have that mother's heart, I guess. I still see the little girl in you.
You know what? I actually know exactly what you mean because I was just talking about this.
Not that you're immature.
No, I was just talking about this with Pierre.
You're so immature.
I know I'm kind of immature. I don't know what you would, I don't know why you would say I'm not. I'm actually pretty immature for my age, is what I guess they would say. Um, point going back to I have been looking at like Gabriel and it's been so hard. He's 17 and he is this two, two 2 foot taller than me man.
Wow.
You know, like
17.
17.
Wow.
And I see this man. I'm like, oh, he's so handsome, but I like held you in my arms and cradled you. I took nightmares away from this child. Like this pure thing. The day you came out into this world, I looked in your little face and I remember seeing, just like it was yesterday, this perfect, symmetrical little eyebrows, huge animated eyes, glazed with just the purest white and the most creamiest brown. And I just was like, oh my, I was just, my heart, I just could not wait to be a mom. Could not wait to be a mom.
He has heady as eyes then.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. You explained it perfectly.
I mean,
literally. I knew when you explained, I was like, oh, that's definitely heady as eyes.
So I get what you mean when you see, who they are and you can appreciate that, but it's just so.
You have the original
yeah
image in your mind of them, unlike somebody you meet later on. And our friends that we meet now are precious too.
Yeah,
but it's really precious to have a friend that you remember as a child, and you remember me when I was at probably my hottest, and so I love that you can harken back to that memory.
It's funny, the boots you were wearing yesterday reminded me a whole bunch of that early 30s Amy, late 20s Amy.
I felt like like I was getting some of that energy.
You
Yeah.
really, you did. You walked like it.
I thought it.
I felt the attitude. I was just like,
No, not me.
bitch, feel yourself.
Thank you.
Fuck it.
Thank you.
So yeah, today go on all of that. Actually, this episode is just a big shout out to friends and my friends. It's really hard to have friends. I've never made a friend. Her daughter, which is the OG person that brought us together, that made her recognize me. And not in like a weird way.
Kind of weird.
But in a like this is my daughter's best friend. Okay, I see her, and then like 20 years later, you know, not only do I still have that OG friendship, but I've got her mom. Her cool ass mom that everyone was like, that's the cool mom. Uh-oh. We're about to be bombarded.
Oh, did the kids come in?
I'm working. No. Shh. I'll be up.
I don't know if that. I can't believe that works.
Yeah, that's so never ever happened before.
She's not happy. Oh my gosh! See, this is motherhood. This is why. No, this is you're a guest on this podcast, and this is why it's just very difficult sometimes as a mom at home with kids that love you and want to be around you 24/7 and don't understand personal space when it comes to doing your own thing. I can be sitting on the couch doing nothing, sitting in her chair doing nothing. I do something for myself in any kind of form or fashion. What? Oh, no. Dead. Never happening. Stop that. How dare you?
How dare you take a moment for yourself? What were you thinking? Get back into character, lady.
It's not happening. You have a couple more years before you get that kind of privilege again.
Right.
You're done pushed out another life. It's about me.
We've been on the air for this many minutes. I'm shocked it was just once.
I'm surprised.
You have, I have to say, and I say this from a place of love, you have in this child a peculiarly clingy child. Literally, particularly clingy. And that's coming as my youngest daughter's mother, who was the clingiest human I knew as a child.
And as an adult.
But no, Naoma's up there.
No, she is. Naoma loves me very much. She's a dear.
You're her favorite human on the planet, dude. She just lives to be in your light. Just to have your face shined upon her is like, that's really all we're living for, Yahni. That is all any of us are living for. We just want you to shine your light and your eyes upon us, literally. But for
I mean,
for her, it's more difficult for her to
when Papa's around, I get a little bit more, but for some reason when Papa's around, I just become, it's like whenever your mom is around, you become extra whiny and sick and you don't want to do anything. And it's like when he is around, I become like everything in me crashes hard. Like everything that I guess I suppress while he's gone so I can take care of shit and like go. And then he's here and it's just like, oh, I have like a day and a half. Let me be sick for a minute.
He'll entertain her fully and completely.
Yeah, he will. He's amazing.
Does all those great things.
They love him.
They
so
involve
much.
dads do. That's like a sign of the times. Like
they don't lack on anything except maybe cleanliness.
Your husband is like really good like that. That's not for my generation. Like the dads didn't usually like get down, play, and hang out with.
Yeah.
I remember being a straight up annoyance to my parental half of my dad's house. Like I walk in the room and he was just like, oh fuck. What? Like what? It hasn't given me a lasting complex throughout my entire life.
Yeah,
or
no,
anything.
not at all.
Not at all.
I'm glad to see that
I'm
you
well
have
over
never been affected.
Never.
Yeah, you're too strong.
I'm so strong.
It's actually one of those things that made you stronger as an individual to take on the world as a woman. When you have a vagina, you just have to be steel.
I think dudes have to be tough too. Really tough. I read that dudes don't get touched. You know, like if they're not good looking in the dating market, like your general dude who's like unattractive. This is just,
Yeah, no,
articles that I've read and stuff. Just that generally speaking, dudes don't get touched. They don't have like affection touches, and like you can imagine how hard that must be to go through life, like have a terrible day at work, but you're an ugly dude, so. And maybe you're just not really good looking, or maybe you're good looking, but you just for some reason, or for whatever reason, touch like we do as females. We give each other a lot of touch therapy.
Yes.
And they get none of it. So I think the dudes they've got it tough too.
Are you kidding me? Guys are constantly wanting touch.
I just realized that must be why they're constantly wanting touch, because chicks touch each other and give each other physical.
But like any marriage, one of the big things is she's too tired and he has way too much energy, which is like
that's in a marriage. I'm saying dudes in general. I'm not talking about a married guy. I'm talking about for guys who don't get married. They don't have what females have, which is touch therapy. And if you have a mother and you cut those apron strings at some point in time and then you don't move into relationships, you probably have a lack of a necessity, which is just touch therapy, just having a person touch you. If you don't have any females in your life, like your mom and your sister are dead, nobody's touching you. I think about it because I have a brother who is chronically single. He's been single for years and years, and like I think about the fact that I might be the only person who touches him, like
gives him
literally. And chicks don't have to suffer with in our society as much of a deficit in touch.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of woman you are, as long as you have a girlfriend of some sort, you're being loved on.
Even strangers, women strangers touch each other. Dude strangers don't touch each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they see each other like crying, if they don't know each other, they're not like, bring it in, bro.
I mean, there's all, yes.
Not as much, I think, as women. I'm sorry.
I don't know, I guess like unless you're a really good-hearted man, I know that my dad or even my brother, both of them, I'm pretty sure, depending on, unless you're a really sketchy looking guy, both my brothers are really big, but so I don't see them really being intimidated too much, but like they would definitely be cautious, but I definitely see both my brothers and my dad, like if there was a man like crying, in public, they would especially like, hey man, like I've seen my dad has gotten out, like pulled us over, like on our way. There was a man trying to get people to run him over.
Your dad is Superman. We all know he's the best dad and grandfather. That is honestly. And your mom is Superwoman, and we all know. But I'm talking about for other people who don't have Shane and Kathy Lamar in their lives, Yachni.
I knew you were gonna name drop because you always do.
They kind of are spectacular parents. The bar by which everybody else is.
Yeah, no, they are exceptional.
So my point is, anyway.
Okay.
My point is over now, but yeah, I feel bad for dudes too. As I'm getting older, I just feel bad for everybody.
I mean, I pretty much feel bad for everybody, but then I see so much self-infliction.
Dude, are you just trying to be contrary? That is the third time what the heck what'd you have me on here for? What are you doing?
What's the whole point? If we both agree.
Am I being punked? What's going on? Why do you keep contrary?
I don't know. It's my personality. It's why I don't have very many friends, Amy. That was the whole point of this podcast. Was I don't have many friends.
What did you learn from this lesson today?
That you're
I'm gonna point it out.
I'm gonna
You're contrarian.
I am.
No, you're actually just bringing up the devil's advocate. Some people
I
call it
am
devil's
very.
advocate.
Okay. That I yes, I will agree to that. I am very much of a devil's advocate person.
Other
That's
side
like,
of the
hey,
story.
let's just like ponder this.
I love that. I
Yeah,
do.
I mean, because if everyone agreed, who would have a podcast? An interesting one, anyway,
Right.
with a person. You know, we can't all be like-minded. That's boring.
That would be boring. You're right.
It would be boring.
You're right. Oh, okay.
So yeah, um, Naama has. I don't know if you've heard. Hopefully, other people haven't heard as well. Then kind of whining in the background. You know, Mama.
Oh, that's only 1%. That's
I hope she's gotten over it. It's okay. It's been 15 minutes, and like I said, this is a start. I'm getting all of my ducks in a row, hopefully, and I'll have more of a
Wait, is this over?
lead. No, not yet. I'm
Oh,
still
I thought
talking.
that's what you were doing. I'm sorry.
I'm still talking.
It sounded like you were winding it down. I thought that you were saying
I am hungry.
we haven't. We've okay. Is this it?
No.
I expected a lot longer chat.
Me too. But I'm also preparing for myself for, Naama, my beautiful daughter. It's it's distracting. I hear her.
I'm a little deflated. I'll
You're
come
you
back on
should
again.
you couldn't know. Well, obviously you are. She's here for a couple more days, and there are a couple things that I'd love to touch on. But no, I wanted to ask what you thought about um what it means to have like one or two really good friends and that kind of person. Like, what do you think of like stereotypical people that have like stick in their own little circle versus the people that kind of jump constantly between groups of people? Like, you know what I mean?
That's a setup. That's a love. I mean, obviously,
Obviously.
Pinchbeck. Uh, is it Herodotus who said that people who have a bunch of friends are less intelligent, or the it's something, or the convex of that? I don't know, but it was one of those Stoics who just commonly comment on the fact that people of higher intelligence and who are more introspective often have a much smaller circle of people around them. I think that comes from being insecure, introspective, introverted. Um, we all know those people who have to have a lot going on and have to like have a lot of people around and stuff. Uh, they're good people too.
I'm not saying they're not good people. I'm saying, like, okay, for instance, me, I'm constantly drained by all energy. I mean, like, if a room is super discafuckled around and Pierre wants me to just chill and relax, I can only do it for so long before I have to get up and do something because I have to control this. I don't know. I have to control the situation as much as I can if I have to be in that situation, so that way I'm not being drained there. Otherwise, I will fall asleep no matter where I am. I've always been that way. Like, I just get really tired in groups, and so for me, even with a small group, it doesn't matter even where I am. If I can't control the environment, I can't be in certain situations for too long before my body gets sick. Like, even with my own family that I love, I just am drained by energy. And depending on how long I push myself being in that energy, like the other week, I got home after, like 4.5 hours of being out, and I couldn't barely walk, like, to the door. Asher had to help me, and then I got to the bathroom and I started vomiting.
Even good energy
Yeah.
is overwhelming, right? Even
I
if
mean,
it's positive people and good energy.
because again, for me,
Bless your heart on that, first of all. I'm so sorry to hear that.
it was
I
horrible.
hate
Pierre
that.
hated seeing
So
that.
sorry.
I it's just so weird. I I just get so emotionally tangled in whoever I'm around, and if there's any kind of discord that I can't fix like immediately or in some kind of, at least, I know that we're gonna get there. Like there's some, we'll get back on it. I don't know. I'm really affected when things are just kind of left off and it's obvious that I'm not okay and they're okay with me not being okay. And they just, you know what I'm saying? And then, but it's like, oh, but I have the problem because I can't get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just shove it under or anything. Like I emotionally can't shut it down. And so like I cry.
What the heck is wrong with you? Why can't you just shut it off like a robot, like a computer program?
Dude,
Why can't you just,
it's not even.
dude, work on that, read some books or something? Just shut that.
I cry so hard. Like my eyes the next day were puffed, like super puffed.
You know I'm being
Just not.
facetious. I can't do it
Oh no,
either.
you are so right. I am the
Okay.
worst.
No, I am
I
too.
am like the actual worst. I made that
You love
environment
with your
so
whole heart and being. That is the thing. You cannot be around somebody and not just love them with all of your heart and being. You exude it everywhere you go and to people that you interact with. And I can imagine it must be exhausting to have so many people needing that from me.
It's exhausting.
Because
Amy.
it's addictive to have you around. I'm serious. You're a lot of fun to be around and you give a lot of praise. You're very you like to find good things about people and really shine a light on it. And I think that people get in your realm get addicted to that because
she's gonna give
you're not going to talk about yourself at all, and you're never going to say anything about what's going on with you, but you're going to. No, you wouldn't remember that show. That's like so corny. That's so corny. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I appreciate all of your sweetness. See, this is why we need friends that have known us for a really long time. So when we have like little specks of goodness in us, like little bitty specks, they can remind us that they're there.
I'm not trying to be sweet. I want you to remember that people get addicted to your attention because you are such a person who likes to shine a beautiful light on everybody you interact with, that I hope that you recognize the fact that people just need that from you, and they're not always going to treat you right when you give it to them, and it puts you in a situation where you're putting out more. Ooh, that sounded bad. Where you're putting out more vibration and more energies to shine lights on people and be that beautiful soul that you are and uplift them. And the spoon theories that would say that you're like using too many spoons for your day.
I was about to say something literally just about to lead up to that, dude. I have so many spoons. I don't know how anyone else does it. Sophia, I don't know how she does it. I know she like pushes herself so hard and she is like just blow. I'm like, you know what I mean? Because I can't do it. I'm so tired.
I think so Sophia might have 3 spoons tattooed on her, and she's still just okay at it. Like she's got them as reminders, and she's still just okay at it.
No, dude, because I want more. I want more than what I feel like I have to do. Like, like I know I only have these little bits, and I need these bits, many bits, to do the things that I really feel like I need to do. I want to do. Like, like run around for more than a couple minutes without being completely winded or tired or feel like I need to lay down, or picking up Niyama and walking with Fawns without feeling like, oh my gosh, wait a second, am I about to fall the fuck on the floor right now? Because my legs are like, it's taking every bit in my muscle memory in my mind to tell my legs, move, 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 move.
That is why you limit your activity. You recognize that you're having to conserve and use
Well,
your
that's the
energy
thing, I
for
feel
things that
like,
are necessary. You're in emergency rations. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I hate living like that, because even with the few friends that I have in my life, I still feel like I have nothing left to give once I do the bare minimum that I have to do for my family, and that sucks. So, yeah, I know. I do live in a constant stop hating me, because I'm trying, but even I'm like, you're not like, are you like, is it on your head? Have you manifested this sickness all upon yourself in some kind of in a way, and now it's just so real? Or I don't know. I am just,
I don't think it's all in your head.
wow.
But I've just known you for a long time, that's all.
Asher's home. Hi, buddy. All right, 1 second. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. I know. Oh, yeah. Have you been waiting in here? Wait. Hey, did you like your lunch? Why did you see that? Well, why not? Because I thought it was something new and you'd like it. Did you eat it? Oh, I put it now on the trash because I ate it. You ate it all? Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah. These? What? No, I said you want some of these. Mama, you don't eat yogurt. Here, you have a pie? She wants yogurt. You want yogurt, Mama? You want
It's one of the most evil, vicious Navy bases in the history of the planet. They do stuff that would make hit that sound called Pierre Garcia. So, wait. Diego Garcia. That's where that first Malaysian plane is. That's where it landed. And 4 scientists on it. Huh? 20 scientists, but 4 had filed for patents. It was Malaysia, but they worked out of Austin, Texas. Texas Instrument. And the ones behind that plane was Texas Instrument, the government, and Boeing, who made the plane. And everybody is stupid enough to believe that a plane almost a block long can just disappear. With the electronics we have, all the technology we have, the next generation of cars will come out. There'll be no driving. So we got 4 of those top scientists that had filed for patents.
I just did it.
Are we going back?
Yeah, come on.
I'm not rushing out.
Yeah. We'll go for that.
There's no rush.
After you eat that. Yeah, man. You need to go to bed. Eat this first and then I'll give you a brownie. You ready to dip your brownie in there?
Worth $400 million. So if 1, 2, 3 of us and your brother, 4, we filed for patents. And then there's a friend of yours who's with us. So 5 of us filed for patents. If we die before the patent is granted, then your brother, who wasn't on the plane with us, he owns them all. So those 4 scientists, the 5th person was the call-out group. They own them all now. The patent was granted 3 days after the plane was missing. Okay? And so what I'm saying is, this is the game, and if you can't follow that thread, then you don't see it.
That's crazy. What were the patents for?
Huh?
What were the patents for?
Well, the patents was, you heard people talk about they're gonna one day inject you and can control you. Well, these guys come up with something, they don't have to inject you. They just put you in this room, you come in and you smell it. That's what they were for.
job, baby. No, good job. I'm gonna buy that.
Yanni,
Yeah.
is the address here 13920?
13920.
Is the apartment 2131?
2131.
Okay. watching us live.
What's up, everybody? I did a video last week on about how I've been tracking a possible polar vortex collapse since about Christmas. And there's one part of this that I didn't really have time to get into, but my local weather, I can't do everywhere all at once, but the old forecast was for Monday the 15th, low of 18, high of 33 degrees, and now it's a low of -5, high of 12. So that's a 20-degree drop that they weren't expecting at the time. Not only is it going to be frigid temperatures, but 20 to 30 mile an hour winds with up to 40 mile an hour gusts. And look at that, from Friday night, temperatures are just jumping off the cliff, going from 44 down to 14, just like it did last time. Then we might be getting 3 to 5 inches of snow, again, high winds, and then it's not going to get up for 8 to 10 days. So
Oh no, that's why I said, hold on, let's listen back, so I can pause it.
It's not paused.
Uh,
The audio isn't going, but it's still the video.
oh yeah, we should know.
I'm not pushing you. I'm just coming up because I thought you meant like momentarily. I didn't realize you meant like
You're gonna take care of the after.
I totally understand. You know what though? I think that's pretty soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, babe. These are all.
Well, we don't take a finish.
We're taking more.
Yep. Oh, I know, baby, I know.